play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Wilson now off the play action. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Trying again, following the sack. Pass taken in by Freiermuth. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Blitz coming. Russ. Freiermuth there to bring it in. And the defense was ready. They got him at the line.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line. You feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
On 4th down, the Steelers are going to turn to Cameron Johnston to punt this away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. This Texans offense readied up for its second drive of the contest. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll begin with a run by Mixon. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Stroud from the pistol. This is complete to Schultz. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
I think the defense is still turned around looking for where the ball is, because that QB and tight ends, they got that ball out in a hurry.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Shotgun now for Stroud. That's caught for the first. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Stroud off the play fake. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Staying between the tackles with Mixon. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. 6 yards the pick up there. That's going to bring up 3rd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Stroud now on 3rd. Schultz with the catch. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. He gets 6 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Mixon on the counter. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. There on the stop, Larry Ogunjobi. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
It's Mixon on 2nd down. And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's an 8-yard gain, and things looking a whole lot better now. 3rd and 3 upcoming.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. On the option, here's Mixon. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Kaimi Fairbairn out there now to try a field goal for the Texans on this 4th down. From the right hash, this is going to be a 51-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. Now Pittsburgh's offense running back out for a new series. And they'll try for better results this time around, Brock, after they had to punt it away last time out. They've got first down from the 31. Carried by Harris here to start the drive. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. The tackle there by Danielle Hunter. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And this time, they won't surrender anything. They wrap him up at the line. Looks like no gain on 2nd down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. That's good for 7 yards. And that's a Steelers first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Running behind center with Harris. Across midfield to the 45. And he's finally brought down at the 9. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll make our return to NRG Stadium after this. It's Steelers ball as we return for the second, and they have to be thinking points here. First down from the red zone. Escapes the pocket. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Steelers take a second quarter lead. Russell Wilson with the touchdown. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers take a 4-point lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Here come the Texans as they get set to take over on offense. And they'll have a little momentum as they take the field here after their kicker drilled a deep one to end their last drive with points. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Motioning one of the tight ends. On play action, here's Stroud. Cut out left. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Minkah Fitzpatrick in on the stop.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
Here's 2nd and 7. He lobs it up, left sideline, looking for a chip. That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a huge pickup on the play. And the Texans are going to have a 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st down, Stroud. Into the hands of Schultz. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. To the air yet again. It's Stroud. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Stroud throwing here on 1st. Cut near the goal line. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, it's Stroud. He's got him, that's Mixon.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
3rd and just 2 to go. Oh, fullback's got it. Look at the power. And he's in for the touchdown. The Texans take a 2nd quarter lead. If there's an argument for continuing to rely on a fullback, Brock, it is plays just like that that remind us. They're pretty good at barreling in for touchdowns when they're given the chance.
And you know the greatest fullback name ever? Maybe you need to name your son Sam Gash. Because that dude, when I think fullback, I think Sam Gash just gashing people for touchdowns.
Fairbairn now for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans push their lead to 3. Fairbairn has it all set up for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Steelers and Najee Harris making their return to the field. They get that big old marker out, cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a couple yards there, and now it's 3rd and 6.